Now let us see what we got going on here. With Sly, he has us listening to a bit of Polyphia. Okay. And it looks like the song is called Genesis. Oh. Oh, wow. Yeah, I don't think we've heard. Wait. Yeah, I don't think we've heard this one before. Oh. Wait a second. We've heard a few of this album. I feel like we might need to listen to this entire album. Hold on. Because we've already heard ABC, we've heard Playing God, we've heard Chimera, Neurotica, and Ego Death of this album. So I think we're more than halfway through after we listen to this. Okay, so we're going to have to do a day, finish up this album, maybe listen to even another one since we practically listened to so many of this one. Okay, y'all, here we go. Here we go. Hey. Volume up. Hold up. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, man. Very cool. Very interesting. Um, And this is I wonder what album this is of theirs in the order of albums that they've created. Like, we haven't heard another album yet of theirs. Uh, and, I've heard through the grapevine and also heard in the music too that there are some influences that are not always rock inside of the music that they do. Um, and then I also recently heard on YouTube that they also have a lot of jazz in the art that they create. And so it's very, very interesting for this first piece. Um, and I'm like, it really kind of feels a little bit like it's missing something, though. I love everything I've heard of theirs, but I will say this might actually be my least favorite so far. It's like I love that they are doing dabbling into the jazz and things like that, and they're really bending genres together. But for this to be the first song on the album, what? Okay, hold on. Something's happening inside of me. Maybe they wanted to start a little understated, just more of like an introductory piece. Because I know it's going to get crazy later on. We've heard a few of the songs already. Um, and so maybe it's supposed to make me feel this way. Maybe I'm supposed to be yearning for more and like feeling like this emptiness of I want more, like I need them to do more because I know they can and they do give more. It's also another thing with how intricate and crazy their music is. It is good to also show they can do something that's not over complicated. I don't think anything they've done is over complicated. I think it's they're complicated. um, but I feel also kind of like it could have maybe swung a little bit more. It felt a little too, because I've heard people say their genre is like mathematic rock or something like that. This felt a little too formulaic, instead of being something where I felt like they were really having like a jam session and really was putting it all out there, like their heart and its soul in it. So it didn't really give me enough of the soul with inside of the jazz that they're trying to give. But it was nice. Like, hold on. And it's also me coming from a space of they are great. They are going down in the history books of music. And maybe that's me being a little more critical, in the best possible way, to say I believe in them, but this I think may be an example of them reaching into other genres, but not authentically embracing them to the point where it feels authentic to bring in that other thing. And instead, it feels more like they um, are trying to show, like, oh, look, we can do jazz too. And it felt more like an afterthought of showing off ability to do other genres instead of it being something that gives the energy of what they're doing. I will also say, though, that I was imagining like a marching band doing this. I think that would be so dope hearing like a full horn section do this song. Um, but I think that's also what I was missing is that it felt kind of shallow in the horn section. And parts of me was just like, man, if they had a few more horns or a little bit more mids and things filling up just like volume of sound, not volume as in loudness, but volume as in more capacity of sounds inside, like more instruments, more of a horn section instead of just like kind of sounding like they use that same trumpet guy from the song with Steve Vai. I feel like they probably kind of use him on these songs. And I think that's also what it is. The trumpet also in the song with Steve Vai, it was cool that they added another instrument in there, but it wasn't very soulful for bringing in a trumpet that kind of is doing like a light jazz adjacent thing. Y'all, here's the other part. I, did also study jazz. I probably would have not been as critical about it if my oldest brother wasn't like a hardcore jazz guy. Okay. He's one of those like raised me to be a side eye in Kenny G. Okay. Because of what he also did to jazz and watering it down for more people, which I think it's a twofold thing. It's a twofold thing where you want accessibility. You want more people to like a genre, but it shouldn't come at the expense of great artistry. So I think maybe they did exactly what they were trying to do with making something not as complicated, not as intense, to kind of maybe show Genesis. Like the name of it is Genesis. It could be a thing of them saying, um, these are our origins. We love jazz, we love rock, and oh, like what if? Oh, okay. Now I'm gonna get real artistic, y'all. Okay, like, okay, what if it's an artistic representation of their, origin, and that they didn't know jazz that much. They didn't know. They didn't know how to put all the energy behind their stuff, and they're just kind of showing us the, space that they came from to then later on in the music show us where they're going, where they are, and where they're headed. You know what I'm saying? So, I know art does so many different things. And so, yeah, there is a chance there's something bigger going on. I always give that to them, and I always want artists to do what they want to do. But it just wasn't for me. For me, the best thing for them. I also think it's a very big gamble if they are trying to do some like very deep thought piece on why they would start with something like this. That's a really big gamble to start an album with a song that doesn't put a very big foot forward. Because sometimes people listen to the first song and then say, I don't think this is for me. I'm going to move on. I think it's really, really good to show a good representation of the album. Maybe it's not the best song on the album that you're going to start with, but, um, I just, I'm excited for all the things that they do. And I would just say this, I think, is lower on my list. But now we got to listen to the whole album. Maybe not to annoy, because y'all see I talk a lot, especially about Polyphia, because I'm so into their art. I love, 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 love their art, and I'm going to have so much to say. um, so, yeah, thank you so much, Sly, for sharing this with us. What did y'all think of this song? Do y'all feel like I might have said some things that are ap- apropos, you know? And let me see here. Hassan, is that Hassan here? Welcome in here. We have some people coming in here from YouTube. I actually did start streaming on YouTube just now. I'm gonna try to like, press it over there, especially now I kind of have like a thumbnail and like a title that I think I could just kind of toss on if we're doing a music reaction. But welcome in here, YouTube. Sorry y'all couldn't hear the music. You have to come over on the Twitch side to hear the music because YouTube doesn't like it live. Does not like it live for me yet. I guess I gotta be reacting a little bit longer. Maybe I'll get on like a whitelist or something. But welcome in here. Braylon Ray reacts as well. Welcome, welcome in here. So let me see here. Let me try to wait, where's my chat? Where's my chat at? I lost it. Okay, I pulled it back up. Let me see what y'all are saying about this. Let me see. Oh my goodness. Boom. Boom. I was about to text you earlier today because some things. I'm recording right now. So I'm not going to go back into it right now. But I'm going to text you. Okay. Some stuff happened. We were talking about it earlier. Anderson, hello. Welcome back in here. What's going on, Josiah? How are you? You did some more videos today. Amazing. Magic Flow. Oh my goodness. Long time no see. So great to have you back here. Oh my goodness. Tup Braylon. Hey, was that you over on the YouTube side? Welcome to Twitch. Be sure to follow if you want to stick in over here and get notifications for when I go live. I always go live on Twitch, but every once in a while I might go live on YouTube. Hold on. Sorry, y'all. One moment. Okay. We're all good. Okay. We're all good. Sorry about that. Oh, sorry about that. Let me see here. Let me see here. Oh, I agree. It's a little bit NPC-ish. Yes, Fat Keys, and didn't say that, but I was thinking. I was like, oh, I wouldn't want to accuse them of having a fake trumpet. I did not want to do that. But if you also feel the way, then maybe we are feeling something similarly. But instead of it being an NPC specifically, I more so feel like they just did something very watered down. That's more of what I'm feeling. So, yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. Hopefully. The group was cool though, right? Pat Keys, it was cool. You say you'll do streaming. Oh wait, King of the Misfits. By the way, y'all, guess who I met today? I'm like, today? Today? I met King of the Misfits. Woo! He got more of the story of what's been going on. King of the Misfits. How are you? Such a pleasure meeting you as well. Sup y'all from YouTube? Yes, Fat Keys. Say if you don't find a guy that got upset about my comment in that one video, let him know. Come in here and tell Leroy, because if I see it, I ain't gonna do nothing. I'm gonna hug you, Milky Man. Yes, Fat Keys. We love that. I love that. Eric got snacks. You'll love it here. Oh, Leroy. Thank you. You said, Josiah, you got a question? Yeah, what's your question? Absolutely. Yeah, it was quantized real tight. Yes. That keys. It was not that, sir. My goodness. He said, and who is the guy she trying to wait? Right. He knows a little bit more. Yup. Yup. Oh, how am I doing? I'm well. How about you, Josiah? He said, you won't tell me because you got gas money. You're in the same state, Fat Keys. So you closer than the rest of us. He said, more is happening with non-business. That's his nickname for him right now. Well, I actually muted the emails because just like you saw with the emails, they just keep coming in. So they're muted. Emails muted. I'll check on you in the morning. Check on you in the morning. You don't get all my energy, all my mind. And that's why I'm so grateful for this. Let me end this video. Hold on, that I'm recording. I got to edit the rest of this, the end of this out. Hold on.